This week, we have a really special treat for you straight from the floor of Teach Them Diligently Atlanta, where we were able to catch up with several of our speakers and homeschool bloggers to get their tips for you. So let's go straight back to the vendor hall of Teach Them Diligently Atlanta and ask them about some of their very favorite homeschool tips.
Hi, I'm Laura Molatier with Everyday Graces, where we cultivate learning, love, and life in our homes and in our homeschools. I have two children. They are 7 and 4, and I was a homeschool mom's helper before I started homeschooling. So I've got about 9 years combined experience. Once we get on the other side of 3rd grade, I have no idea what we're doing. My biggest homeschool tip has been to plan quarterly. I started out trying to plan an entire year at a time, and I would get completely overwhelmed. I wouldn't know what we were going to end up doing by the end of the year because my children change, and so does our curriculum. So I have found that planning quarterly is a really great way to get your homeschool on track all the time. You can reevaluate at the end of every quarter, and then you can pick what works and keep going with it, and what doesn't work you can get rid of. And don't feel guilty about getting rid of a curriculum that doesn't work for your kids.
Hi, I'm Prater, and I have been homeschooling for about 8 years now. And one of the things that I wish that I would have learned early on was that I did not have to compare myself to other moms. I would see other moms doing all these things, baking all the cakes and checking off all the boxes and involved in all the activities. And I realized later, probably a couple years into homeschooling, that I did not have to do all that, that I could tailor my kids' education around our family and what met our needs.
I have a tip for you today. If you're drowning in paper clutter, I want you to spend 2 minutes and just get rid of all the paper you can possibly get through, and then give me an email to Tammy@TammyFox.com and let me know how many pieces of paper you got rid of. Homeschoolers have a tendency to keep every single piece of paper their child creates. You don't need to do that. Just keep the ones that are the most special and get rid of the rest.
Hi, my name is Yolanda Herb, and I am a homeschool mom of 4. We've been homeschooling for 11 years now. And one of my best tips that I think I can give you right now is to plan ahead. It's never really too late to plan ahead, especially when you get to the middle and high school years. I sat down and mapped out for our kids starting around 7th grade, like what the general idea was going to be for the next 6 years of their academic career, if you will. And that's really helped me because then it gives me an idea of knowing what is coming up and kind of how it is all going to fit together. I will suggest that you use erasable pen because that works really well. I like having things in pen, but erasing it is good too if things change. And that also gives me a really good idea when we're going to homeschool fairs and things like that, to be able to look at curriculum and know if something's a good deal, that I can go ahead and get it early, or whatever it is, if it's borrowing it from a friend, however it is. So that'd be it. Plan ahead. Don't be afraid to do it.